Welcome to the Lay Under Bet Sports Betting Show. Looking at some Saturday NBA action here. I've got about 5 or 6 player prop projections I want to get to with you guys. Also want to get through the VIP winners that we had. We had 3 guys win on the VIP giveaway that we had 1 month for each of these 3. Spun the wheel, got 3 of them that we have here. Got all their names I'm going to bring up right now. Jabester, 1983, Taylor Herlocker, 9357, and then MNY, 367. All 3 of you guys are available to get a free month of the VIP, so you don't miss a single bet that I'm making. Get some of the education tools that we have in there as well. Just want to make clear there's a lot going on in there. In addition to the picks that I'm making, a lot of learning that we're doing here together, and hopefully you guys are getting something out of what I'm bringing for those of you in the VIP Discord. So I'm going to get into these player prop bets now for you guys, though. If that all sounds good to you, give it a like. Let's get right into it. Bet number 1, Tobias Harris. Love him on the boards here. This opened at 6.5. Very nice over for us. He's averaging 7.5 a game already, more than that, on 12.5 rebound chances. This is the starting forward for the Detroit Pistons, who start a pretty small lineup, minus their point guard, Cade Cunningham, who's about 6'7", big dude, probably encroaching on 6'8", and has gotten taller since he came in the league from the University of Tennessee. But Cade is out. And that is why we love this number for Tobias Harris, which is already a pretty good number at 6.5 for him. But now we're talking about him 6.5 without the player that has been stealing plenty of rebound chances from him. Cade, 7.2 boards per game, 12.5 rebound chances. So it goes Jalen Duren, then Tobias Harris, then Cade Cunningham. Without the third best rebounder out there on the floor for Detroit, it's going to be a really nice opportunity for Tobias to get double digits, to be honest with you, because it's he and Duren starting with 3 guards now. Malik Beasley comes in for Cade Cunningham into the starting lineup. And so now we're still running a 3-guard lineup, except for one of those guards is not 6'7" Cade Cunningham, averaging as many rebounds as a power forward would, right? Instead, you get Malik Beasley, who's going to be running the offense alongside Marcus Sasser. Jaden Ivey will be starting with him. And you'll also have Tim Hardaway Jr. out there, not a ball handler, just a shooter, right? Just a spot-up guy. So with 3 guards, plus Tobias and Jalen Duren, he's easily the second best rebounder with a wide margin now between him and the third best rebounder that's going to be on the floor when he's out there. So he's going to be playing alongside Jalen Duren, but he's also going to have a bunch of guards. So I love Tobias on the rebounds today. We got Miles Bridges out in this Charlotte game as well against the Milwaukee Bucks. And we've also got Trey Mann out, backup guard, but backup do-everything guard for this team who gets a lot of points and usage when he gets the minutes. But now both of those guys are out. So what we have here is Brandon Miller playing in the starting lineup as the second option, clear-cut second option next to LaMelo Ball. He's averaging 25 a game in the games that he plays without Bridges, where he's that second option. One of those games he went under. 3 of those he went over. The under was versus Detroit. Better defense than Milwaukee right now, I'll say that. Although Milwaukee's been good in their last 6 games. And I wonder how much of that is them playing bad teams like Charlotte and Detroit and other bad offenses, and how much of it is them playing better defense. A little bit of both. We'll give them that. But they're still weak, and they're on a back-to-back, right? So they're going to be already pretty soft on the perimeter as a defense, and especially on off-ball shooters. That's where they're the least dangerous on defense. They give up a lot more to the spot-up guy than the pick-and-roll ball handler this season, and that's because they're pressuring the ball up top a lot more, not just letting Dame play Ole defense. They're bringing their athletes and guys like Andre Jackson Jr. up to the top of the key there to play defense where they were horrible last year. Still bad, but they're a little bit better on ball. LaMelo's at 29.5 points. That's completely crazy, but probably doable for him. I just love 21.5 for Brandon Miller way more. He's coming off a 26-shot game against Detroit, took 12 free throws as well, which I always love to know. Can you get some easy buckets, or do I need to rely on you to only make jump shots to get your points? And with Brandon Miller, he's scoring in a variety of ways this season. So I love him to be able to get a couple threes off, as well as step in and score from the mid-range, as well as get into the paint and score in from there as well. So we'll take him for the 22 tonight. One more in this game because Josh Green is pretty ripe for the threes. And quick aside, does this not look like Josh Green is about to tell us about the dangers of drinking and driving right before he gives us a story of his own? Not to laugh at that, but like it's just such a weird stock photo from the Hornets where he looks so serious or potentially modeling. Anyway, I had to use the image. He's a corner 3-point shooter, and that's what is you want to take those overs versus a team like Milwaukee, giving up the 4th most corner threes in the league this year. And like I said, playing a lot more pressure defense up top, which allows things underneath, such as the corner 3, to be a lot more open, which is why they're so much worse this year. And this is all he does. He's standing in the corner waiting for an outlet pass for someone who's driving into the lane and needs to kick it back out. He's like, all right, I'm here when you guys need me for the corner. And that's what he's going to do in this one. He's over in 3 of 4, or he hit 3 of 4, I should say, versus Milwaukee. And he's over in 3 of 5 versus bottom 10 teams in terms of defending the corner 3. But he's averaging the 4 there. I think he's good for 5 in this one since we have Bridges out. There's going to be a few more shots available, a few more likely passes because Miles Bridges is not passing off his drives. So we'll see a little bit more usage for Josh Green, and the plus 150 that you get for him to hit 2 threes in this game, worth at least like a 3/4 of a unit. Jamal Murray's playing the Los Angeles Lakers, so we have to look at Jamal Murray's points prop. This is just a hit rate play. I can't like give you much more than this. I mean, LA is not good up top. They've remained bad on defense up top, even as they moved D'Angelo Russell out of the starting lineup and decreased his minutes. They haven't gotten better above the break. I'm not impressed with Austin Reeves' defense, that's for sure. So this is going to continue to just be a hit rate play in another good situation. He's over in 7 of 8 in the last 8 regular season games versus the Lake Show. He's over in 18 of 20 this number versus the Lakers when you include the playoffs, right? Which they played two of the last 3 seasons in the playoffs against the Lakers. He's averaging 38 minutes per game in the last 6. So that really tells me he's still available for the minutes. He's out of the injury sort of bug, if you will. He's in the healthy place now and playing his normal minutes, because in the playoffs, you might say, well, I don't want to count those playoff numbers because he played way more minutes in the playoffs. In actuality, in the last 6 games, he's only playing 1 fewer minutes than he was averaging in the playoffs against the Lakers. So we still have a good sample size. He has not been scoring well this season. He's only gone over this number like 4 out of his 13 games or whatever. Not even 13 games, but not a good hit rate this season. Just an incredible hit rate versus this team. I'm going to continue to take it till the wheels fall off. The other guy you would want to take, I know I say Christian Brown here, and I still like him on the points and rebounds, but Joker's the same way as Murray. He has an insanely good hit rate against the Lakers, and we know he likes to score against teams that have a really good defensive center like Anthony Davis to prove that he can score on anybody, which he can. AD can't stop Jokic. Nobody can stop Jokic. So I think he's still probably a good play at about 26.5 points. I do think he's well rested. He's coming in, and that'll be something that I likely play again. But they're still giving us the same number on Christian Brown, and he's just hit this repeatedly all season. He's averaging 21.5 points and rebounds on the season. He hit this in the game yesterday that they lost to the Mavericks. But he's still going over. When he has Jokic out there, he's only gone under in 1 game this season. He's over in now 9 of 11 games with Jokic at 17.5 points and rebounds combined. He averages more with Jokic out there. And the rebounds, they're good. He's at about 5 with Jokic, but the points are awesome, right? And they're going to continue to give us value there. So I'm going to put them both together. He might not even need the rebounds. He might just take the points, but I think he's good for both. So I like both of them together. One more reminder just to the 3 winners. Go ahead and jump into the comments and let me know that you're looking forward to that VIP Discord. We'll get that off and popping. If you do want access to the VIP Discord as well, so you don't miss any of the plays I'm making, we're up now about 17 units on the season, so we'll keep rolling here. The link is in the description of the video, as well as the description, links to all the other stuff you'll need as well, tools and all that. So I'm going to have the NFL videos up today as well, so make sure you don't miss that for the player props rather, and anytime touchdowns. Got 2 of those videos for you for Sunday's games. So until I see y'all next, happy betting.